Hey guys, this is Amit from PlayersBox here with Ido, and the Olympics is just about to start. It's tennis and the Olympics. I know it's always kind of sounds strange when we talk about tennis at the Olympics. So in the modern era, we started, I believe it was 1996, yes, in Atlanta. That was the first time that we had the Olympics coming back, the tennis at the Olympics back in action. And I believe Andre Agassi was the first one to win the gold medal back then. And ever since then, Kafelnikov in 2000 and so on. And the last Olympic was won by Sasha Zverev in Tokyo 2021, which took a year later because of COVID. So we're playing in Roland Garros. Reminds me a little bit like 2012 when it was played at Wimbledon right after the championship. So like 2 weeks later, they came back on grass. So same thing here. About 6 weeks after Roland Garros has ended, we're back on those magnificent courts. And we have a lot of interesting things to talk about at the Olympics. First thing comes to mind, Ido?
Rafael Nadal and Carlos Alcaraz.
Playing doubles, huh? First thing interesting in the Olympics is the doubles, right? That sounds a little bit strange, but of course, a lot of Rafa will also play singles. He's got ready for that. He skipped the grass court season. In a way, you know, when we talk about Rafa, I remember he did play a pretty full clay court season, right? I mean, he skipped a tournament or two in the middle, but he played Madrid. And I believe also Barcelona. He played Roland Garros, a decent match against Alexander Zverev, the Olympic champion. And then he took time off, practiced on clay, came back last week with a decent performance in Bostad, where he played doubles all the way to the semis with Ruud, where they pulled out, and made the finals with some good matches. So Rafa, can he get any better than that? Can he play the Olympics on a better surface or on any court better for him? No. This is his home court. This is the court where he won everything on clay, where he was declared the king of clay throughout the years. Will this help him to, and he's playing doubles with the best player in the world right now.
Yeah. Already pictures of them dining together at the Olympic Village, having fun. You know,
the Olympic is a great break for these guys. They love representing their countries. They love getting together. They love getting together with other athletes. It's a great opportunity for them at the Olympic Village. For Rafa, I think it's special that it's in Roland Garros. I mean, like, it doesn't get any better than that. And if you want the closure, which we always look for, then him winning a medal at the Olympics would be magnificent. Alcaraz himself is in great shape. He won back-to-back Roland Garros and Wimbledon. The domination in the finals was just crazy against Djokovic. So Alcaraz is the ultimate favorite. But then you have world number one Sinner playing also there for Italy, you know? So he's there. And of course, Novak Djokovic coming from his knee procedure that took place after pulling out in the quarters at Roland Garros, and after his finals remarkable recovery and making the finals at Wimbledon.
Rafa already have one Olympic gold, so
Rafa has won. Roger has won, and
Roger doesn't have. Roger have in a single. No, Roger has in a double with Wawrinka.
In doubles. Yes, he has one. Novak
then Rafa has from 2008.
Yeah, Novak has none.
Yeah.
And you know who has two?
No.
Two gold? Andy Murray, baby. Andy Murray.
Andy Murray's got two singles, yeah, of course.
Exactly. And you know what? Andy Murray, that's going to be his last tournament in his career. He played for the last time at the All England Club, which was, you know, very singles and doubles, which was, he didn't play singles. He only played doubles with his brother. He pulled out from the singles, right?
Yeah.
So sorry about that. So Andy Murray, very exciting to see him for the last time, guys. One of the top four, you know, People always connect his name to the big three. He could have been there if it wasn't for his many injuries. So Andy Murray going to retire after playing the Olympics and Paris for the last time for his country. But I would like to go. So we have many stories. I mean, we have Sinner number one. We have Djokovic with his story, of course, wanting a medal. That's probably his last chance, right, to get a medal in the Olympics. And remember, he has no other countrymen playing alongside him. So it's only in singles, right? And semifinals doesn't guarantee you a medal. You have to win that spot for third place. He was dominating in Tokyo, but then lost in the semis. And I believe, I'm not sure if he even played the match for the medal because he was exhausted then.
It was very hot. It was like super hot.
Yeah, so we have some great stories. Alcaraz, of course, Rafa is the headlines. But let's go country by country because I feel there are some names there. And then we can also touch on the ladies, please. So let's start with Argentina. And Argentina is going to be dangerous. The players from Argentina loves the clay. It's best of three. It's a different pressure. We know that the Argentinian crowd can be very, very loud. And the support can be massive. So we have Sebastian Baez, Sorandelo, Navone, who's a top 30 player, just lost to Rafa in 3 sets. And these guys are all
Echeverry.
And Echeverry, yes. But Echeverry, I don't think that he's a medal candidate. But these three, I'm telling you, they can go the distance. Let's go to the Australian team, and that's Alex de Minaur, who's always dangerous. Clay is not his favorite surface. I'm sure he was very disappointed pulling out in the quarters at Wimbledon against Novak, right? So he's been playing great tennis lately. Then you have Papurin, not much of a clay court player, and neither is Jikata. Aya Tomanovic represents on the women's side. Austria, I got to talk to you about that, okay? So the ITF has so many wildcards, and some of the players are not really up to standard, whatever, and the ITF gives them the chance, right, to participate. Same thing like we said before. They could have given him a wildcard to Dominic Thiem, right? But this week, the story is that this week is Kitzbühel, and I feel like Dominic wanted to say goodbye on the clay court to the Austrian fans. We know he's going to retire in Vienna, and that's why I would expect him to play there because he can still play decent tennis, So I don't know on clay courts. I don't know why he didn't get the wild card there, but Hofner will be representing Austria. Zizou Berg will be representing Belgium. Then we have a couple of Brazilian. Watch out on the ladies' side to Maya Haddad, the Brazilian. I think that she can be dangerous. And also, of course, Diego Siboney Wild and Montero. They can do damage. Listen, Siboney Wild beat Medvedev on clay, right? In Roland Garros. So, on the Bulgarian side, Bulgarian team, I'm surprised not to see Dimitrov there. He is not playing really Davis Cup. When the ATP event took place in Sofia, he never played, and now he doesn't play the Olympics for Bulgaria. So that's a kind of a strange relationship, probably between him
I'm sure Gregor in some beautiful resort vacationing. I think it probably suit him more than...
he deserves it. He deserves it, but... I think that he has some complex relationship with the Bulgarian Federation. Well, look at the Canadian team. So you won't find Shapovalov there. Who you will find is Felix Eliassim, not playing great tennis. And look at number 2, Milos Raonic. In probably one of his last events, we know he's a great grass court player, Wimbledon finalist. He hasn't played clay courts because of the injuries for maybe 6 or 7 years. But he is coming back. And I know he's taken some practices in Barcelona since the grass court season. We all remember him breaking the record for most aces at Queens against Norrie. So Milos Raonic will represent Canada. Lila Fernandez and Bianca Andrusko. So a strong team for the Canadian. Raonic will also play doubles with Eliassim. Chile has a strong team, huh? Wow, look at this team. So Nicolas Jarry, Tabilo, and Barrios Vera. Again, why do I mention that? Because same as the Argentinians, these three clay courters who've played very well coming into the French did not play well in the French. They were kind of overrun. They were toasted. But I'm telling you, best of three at the Olympics.
Yeah.
I know the Jari still has some medical issues, but these three could be surprising. Now, I need your help here, okay? So, on the Chinese official list, the girls, of course, Wang, Yuan. There's two Zhangs that have been put by the ITF, but that's not the Zhang who's ranked top 30 now, right? Is it?
No.
So that's strange why he's not playing. But at the same time, China got two wildcards from the ITF. Colombia, Croatia, nothing on the men's side. That's a bit of a shocker, huh? No Croatian player. This country has produced some magnificent players, but no Croatian players. Czech Republic has a strong team, Macic and Jakub Mensik. And look at the women's team.
Laječka is missing, still injured.
Yes, Jiri Laječka, yes. But the Barbora Krejcikova, who just won Wimbledon, then you have Machova, then Sinkova, and Linda Nuskova, the young girl. She's playing. Olga Rune, good to see him. He's trying to find his way. Olga Rune.
I think Olga Rune just... let me check. I think I might saw that he's actually retiring. Maybe.
Retired, yeah. That's why I was wondering, because he's been having a terrible season. He's not been playing well, and I also suspected that he might pull out.
He's not playing UMAG. He's not playing UMAG.
There's a good chance that he will pull out. Look at the
unfortunately, the first exam of my wrist, not looking for. Therefore, I will not play in UMAG this week. I bet he's like trying to see if he could play the Olympic.
Okay, so there's a suspicion there that he might not play. Look at the French team, huh? So Hugo Imbert, Gael Monfils, Arthur Fils, who just beat Zverev in the finals of the 500 in Hamburg, Motet, Caroline Garcia, and three other girls. So a full A team for the hosting nation. They should be strong. Also, 8 players from Germany: Zverev, Strupp, Kupfer, and Merterer. Kerber, wow. And 3 other ladies, including Laura Zygmunt, are on the German team. That's great to see. Andy Murray, Cameron Norrie, and Jack Draper with Daniel Evans. Do you think that Murray is also going to play doubles? He probably will play doubles with one of them, huh?
He's playing with Dan Evans.
Dan Evans, yes. And then you have Katie Bolter, the one who's missing. Who is missing?
Norrie.
Emma Raducanu is not on the list, to my surprise.
You count her as a tennis player. I count her as a model. So
well, she had a few wins on the grass, whatever. But still, you want to, especially when you're not doing so well, you want to represent your country, right? 2 players, Morgazan and Puksovic, representing Hungary. That's nice.
Now Greece with Tsitsipas and
Sakkari. It's a pity that the ITF didn't find a wildcard for doubles for his brother, so they could play together. Because I got to tell you that these guys have been playing well together, and they got a couple of wins. The brother of Tsitsipas has improved. By the way, if there's one place that I would like to see mixed doubles, that's in the Olympics. By the way, to see these top players kind of playing together. That could have been really great, but it's not happening. Nagel playing for India. And then you have, of course,
Hungary also. Fabian Marozsan can do damage on clay.
That's true. Now look at the individual natural athletes, okay? So that's a new
The world hypocrisy list.
Yes, exactly. So we have Medvedev, Safulin, Kotov, Alexandrova, Andreeva, and Schneider. I don't see the Belarusian team on that list, and I know that they are suspended as well. And Belarus does have a couple of girls, right? Like Azarenka and others. So don't know what's going on. Now I want you to look at this team, huh? Yannick Sinner, Lorenzo Mosetti, Arnaldi, Darderi, Paolini, Ciocirito, and Brosenti. So, of course, Paolini on the girls' side, and then you have Arnaldi, well-deserved, Dardari, Mosetti, and Sinner. The thing with me, I tell you, is 7 people, and they could have 8. So Berrettini, now with his results, should have been a wild card there, by the ITF. It seems like they have their other interests, when they choose this. But here's a guy, just like I mentioned before, on the front of Dominic Thiem. I would have loved to see Berrettini here. Japan has Kei Nishikori, so he played Wimbledon, went best of 5, went 5 sets. Nishikori is there. Taro Daniel, Naomi Osaka will be representing Japan. You have Bublik, Shevchenko, Rybakina, and Putnitseva. On the girls' side, Kazakhstan might be standing on the podium, especially on the girls' side. All right.
Also, both Bublik and Shevchenko can cause damage on clay.
Of course. And then you have, for Latvia, Ostropenko. And Lebanon has a wildcard with Benjamin Hassan, who's been playing well on the challenger level. Danka Kovcinic from Montenegro received a wildcard. On the Netherlands, Greece, Koper, and Rus. Norway, Kasper Ruud by himself carrying the flag. Let's go, Kasper. And of course, he can win a medal, right? Look at this team from Poland, man. Look at this team. Horkacz, who recovered from his Wimbledon, remember his tragic incident on match point against Fields at Wimbledon. Iga Swiatek, no, you say that. You say it. Swiatek.
Iga Swiatek, yeah.
Exactly. And they're going to lead. It's a strong Polish team. Don't be surprised if they get a medal. Iga is definitely, because of the grass, we kind of seem to forget her. She is dominating women's tennis. Nuno Borges, the Portuguese, who just won Bostad, demolishing Rafael Nadal in the finals. He'll be the sole representative for Portugal. Romania has 3 ladies, and then Serbia, Djokovic and Lajovic. No girls from Serbia. You remember the days of Ivanovic, and they had some great girls, but not really. That's not the glory time of them. Slovakia, my surprise, only 1 girl representing them, Schmidolova. Spain. Now let's talk about the clay court specialists, right? I believe Spain has just a magnificent all-Olympic team in all sports, right? But look at their tennis team. Carlos Alcaraz, definitely the world number 1. Rafael Nadal, who is the greatest clay court player of all times. Pablo Martinez, Jaime Munar, 2 solid clay court players. Martinez is playing well again. And then you have Tormo and Buxa on the ladies' side. And I know that Granollers and Carreño Busta are also joining this team as doubles players. Stan Wawrinka, he did receive a wild card from the ITF representing Switzerland. Well deserved. Former Roland Garros champion. And
my striker is not on the list.
I don't know, man. It's about ranking, but Switzerland only has 1 girl and 1 man. Tunisia received the wild card with Moez Echergoy. I hope I'm pronouncing his name correctly. And he received the wild card. He's doing well on the challenger level, and that's mainly because listen to this: Tunisia has more than 50 futures a year in the same venue for men and women. So they are all ITF events. So the ITF is rewarding them with a wild card. Then you have Kostyuk, Svitolina, Istramska, and Karlina representing the Ukraine. No men, but a strong women's team. And the last and final...
Do they allow to cohabit? Because Jack Draper could be with Katie Butler and Sinner could be with his girlfriend.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like I said, I told you, mixed doubles would have been interesting. But now let's talk about the U.S. team. So Taylor Fritz, well-deserved. Tommy Paul, great season so far. Eubanks, what is he going to do on clay? I don't know. Marcus Giron, did he win Newport, by the way? Giron was just in the finals in Newport against Mickelson. Can you check it out, please, real quickly? And, of course, look at the women's team. That's a strong team. Coco Gauff, Jessica Pagula, Danielle Collins, and Emma Navarro. So besides the fact that this team is probably worth, I don't know, $8-10 billion, you know what I mean? It's also a very strong team. So the U.S. is a strong team. Everything is open. Yes, of course, like tennis always. We go with Novak, with Alcaraz, with Sinner, with Ruud, these guys. But I'm telling you, these Olympics, watch out, because first of all, in doubles, not always the teams that they play on tour, sometimes they're from different countries, so they're not always from the same country, like Granollers and Zabayos, for example. I'm surprised on the Australian team not to see Thompson and Purcell, who's been doing very, very well there in America. They beat the Nakashima brother now in Atlanta. So the doubles is wide open. And on the singles, remember what I told you, Argentina, Chile, these players from these countries could be surprising and win medals. We would all love to see Novak, Rafa, Sinner, and Alcaraz, right? In the semis. But I believe we're going to see surprises there. Sorrondello. We don't see Mosetti there. Mosetti is not on the list. So Italy, with the strong team that they have, could still have Mosetti and Berrettini. Right now, when they're all healthy, I would say probably the Italian team would have been on the men's side would have been the strongest team, right? On tennis right now. I guess we lost you, Ido, but nevertheless, look at this. I want to repeat that. Mosetti is on the team.
No, the Mosetti is on the list.
He's on the team. I apologize. Yeah, exactly. I apologize, yes. But still, what a strong team with Sinner, Mosetti, Arnaldi, and Berrettini. I would love to see Fonini playing there, but not too much. So a lot of ex-champions, a lot of great players, some players that this is going to be their last event, like Andy Murray the Great, right? But great stories. And you know what? Not like Grand Slams. You got to take this to consideration. It's kind of tacked into 8 days. So starting this upcoming Saturday, and then over 8 days, almost every day they play 64 draw, and we're going to have some great tennis over there.
You want to use the time? Look at,
a quick look at on the ATP tour that's going on this week.
No, but let's look at the doubles. I do see Petros Tsitsipas playing doubles
at the Olympics.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't see his brother's name on the team, so it could be. And because I told you they're well deserved, his brother got much better. So I really hope that happens. And Yaban has
they've got good doubles couples. Both on mixed and non-mixed. Chile's Jari and Tabilo playing. French doubles, it's Ugo Humbert and Arthur Fields. They could be very strong.
The Americans could be strong. Fritz playing with Paul or whatever. In the past, they used to send the Bryan brothers, right? But now,
actually, the English got a good team, but it's not Andy Murray. It's actually Salisbury and Nils Skupski. They could be very, very dangerous.
I see. So you have a separate list with the doubles players. I see that. All right. Okay. Yeah. Good point. But you know what? Let's take this opportunity and talk a little bit also about what's going on. Tennis never stops, right? With all the respect to the Olympics, we have Atlanta on hard courts. First hard court tournaments back after the grass season. So Shelton will be leading the pack in Atlanta. That's the last year that they have this tournament going on there. Shapovalov is also on that list. Chorich is on the list. Riley Opalka, that came back nicely in on the grass at Newport. Davidovich Fokina, Nakashima's playing McDonald. And then Francis Tiafoe is there. Jody Thompson and Manarino. So that's a nice draw for Atlanta. Let's move on.
JJ Wolf is coming back.
Yeah, a lot of Americans. Yeah, but we read the main players there. Let's go to talk about Kitzbühel. Up in the mountains, kind of a continuation for Gstaad, right? Like the twin sister of Gstaad. So like I said, Dominic Thiem, guys. Dominic Thiem. I don't know how Baez is playing that if he's going to play the Olympics, but he's there, So he's on the list. He's the top seed. Dominic Thiem is there playing Tirante. Maybe the altitude will help him because Tirante is a good clay court player. Fuchsovic also on the Olympic list. Pedro Martinez. So I guess
also
these guys
on the list. A lot of the people from on the list are playing.
Yeah, I believe that it's just a matter of an early finals, maybe a Saturday final. Yeah, I believe it's a Saturday final, so they can be scheduled for Sunday first round, because first round of the Olympics is Saturday, Sunday. Sibonnet Wild, like we said, Jera is playing there, Munar, who's also on the list, Echeverry, Hoffner, a bunch of guys. Here we have Berrettini in this list.
Tabilo.
Kotov and Tabilio is also on the Olympic list, you know? So, yeah, I guess the first day, you know, they can be Saturday. Even if you made the finals, you can be Saturday afternoon or evening in Paris on time. The other tournament is in Croatia. Surprisingly, Chorich went to the States, right? He's not playing Croatia. Sonego is the top seed. Then you have Kobeli, Navone who's going to the Olympics, Montero is going to the Olympics, Macic who's going to the Olympics. Watch out for this young wildcard Dodik.
Macic already lost, so he doesn't care.
We're not talking about Dodik, the doubles player, huh? We're talking about Dodik, 19-year-old, already 300 in the world. He's doing very, very well. Lajovic is playing the Olympics as well. Mensik, the same thing. Easy win for him against Papurin. Papurin used this tournament to practice on clay for the Olympics. Doesn't seem like that's going to help him.
Mensik right? Clay is his natural surface.
I really the Darderi, the Italian, is also on this list of tournaments. Navone, so good players, and Mosetti, the one I lost before, he's playing this tournament as well. So it looks like the tennis world's not resting for a second, huh? Even if there's Olympic next week, you won't find this in any other sport, right? The Olympics starting on Saturday, and like so many guys are playing even this week, right? And
because they want to get the clay experience.
I know, but tennis players are complaining about how hectic and overloaded is the tennis season, right?
Yeah.
It seems to me like these guys just give them a chance to play. If they could squeeze something on a Thursday or a Friday, they'll squeeze it as well. So, yeah, this is that's what we love about the sports. Every day there's a match going on around the world. Every day there is excitement. So, guys, make sure to like and subscribe. Write us below if you want us to talk about anything. And join us at the best seat in the house at PlayersBox.
Thank you, Amit.
Thank you, Ido.